Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We'll do the questions and answer. Unfortunately, we got the round 2 of the Rona and I had to reschedule the readings of this teachings, one-on-one consultations, things like that. But we will be doing hopefully we'll see how much we will go, the questions and answers. So let's start. We got from Instagram and we also got from the YouTube community. Let us try to choose the 10. Maybe we'll do the round 2. Let us see what we got. The first one is from Suraj Krishna Pudipedi. Does Mars-Venus conjunction in Scorpion 8 makes one promiscuous? There is a chance, right? Especially if that is happening in the Navamsha. Yesterday we got the chart of Tiger Woods when we got this combination in Leo in the Navamsha, and that has brought the affairs. So we know that this Venus and Mars combination, especially in the 8th house, because there are also other houses for affairs. So there are especially specific Jaimini yogas for the affairs, which you need to check in the Navamsha. So this is definitely some, as we call it, impulse or incentive to check with the specific yogas in the Navamsha for affairs. When the affair happens, this will lead to the end of marriage. That is basically the meaning. Because sometimes there is some affair and there is forgiveness, then there is this renewal of the relationship and whatever there is. It's going on. But if that is an 8th house and weak or afflicted more, then this will lead to the end of marriage. So not all affairs are going there. Therefore, we have a separate types of analysis when it comes to affairs and also end of marriage, because these two may not go together. Yeah, so that is Bahustri Yoga, and this is showing the circumstances and the end of the relationship, but it doesn't mean that one is promiscuous. This could be showing that the spouse is promiscuous also. So that is not defining the character of the person unless it is related to the character points in the chart. Next one is from Kipratik 8. What if Aruda Lord is sitting in 12th house from its sign being retro? Aries, Aruda and Mars in Pisces in 9th house. So basically any connection between the Aruda and the other house is creating some form of yogas, and there is a similar interpretation to whatever this means from the Lagna. So for example, if you have the yoga for spendthrift, Lagna Lord in the 12th house. So you can see that from many points, and that will have similar but bit different, more nuanced meaning. So if Aruda is related to 12 from the Aruda Lagna, this is also a spendthrift yoga. You can spend a lot of money on whatever the things are there, whatever the yoga is there. If there is a Mercury afflicted, then this could be legal cases. Venus, Mars can give the affairs. Jupiter can be on the good things, on children, things like that. So also one thing is that the whatever is in the 12 from Aruda Lagna, we tend to lose. So there must be this super, we could say this compensation to keep it together, right? If this is Venus, then all the time we have to do some effort to keep up the relationship. So there is this natural tendency that we either ignore or that part of life is somehow drifting away. And this could be related to our choices of career or our social standing and things like that, especially if the planet in the Aruda is in the inimical position to the whatever is in 12 from Aruda Lagna. For example, if you have Jupiter on the Aruda and Rahu in 12, then that is very spiritual things, because through your own choices you are strengthening that Jupiter archetype in your life, and that Rahu is going away. The next question is from Safshan Jamal. How does the Dasha system work? That is the big topic. Dasha is the way in which you know which planet in the chart will get active, in what time. So, for example, you may have very nicely placed Venus and very badly placed Sun. So Venus has 20 years. So, for example, from 1990 to 2010 was your Venus period. And if Venus is well placed, then that was very nice period in your life. If, however, Sun is debilitated and very badly placed, afflicted in your chart, and then after Venus always comes Sun, so from 2010 till 2016, there will be this more challenging, more problematic period. So There are many types of the dasha, and this is a big topic. So if you would like to master this, I'm teaching that on the course. We have 3 modules on, and in that 3rd module we are talking on the dasha, and we also have this 4th additional module when that topic of dasha was also talked about. So we are using Vimshotri dasha, variations dasha, conditional dasha. These 3 are based on the nakshatra. Therefore, you will see that the planets are working there. So these are showing the life from the perspective of desire, because the planet is like a desire, is like a living thing. But we also have the Rashi dashas, which are more circumstantial based. Like we have this Narayana dasha, which is showing where is the Narayan in your life, and also what are the circumstances, what is happening, what is the Vastu in your life, we could say. Interestingly, this also depends on your chart. Like for some people, it's better to use this dasha. For other people, other dasha will work because their way of seeing the world is different. For example, my chart is very good for Narayana dasha. So people who had the reading with me will see that I'm using the Narayana dasha a lot. Other people are very good. If they have different positions in the chart, they will be they are very good with Naisargika dasha, and other people with Vimshotri dasha, and so on. So there are different cycles. The things are moved by those cycles, by those levels and dynamics, karmic dynamics, and different people will be able to understand intuitively and also theoretically how these various karmic patterns are working, and therefore to not go against the grain, it's best to understand what it works for us the best and then use this dasha, and also what is best working for the client's chart. For example, if your moon is in the 3rd house, then you will get much better results if you will use the Utpana dasha. If your moon is in the 6th house, it's much better to use the Kshema dasha. So there is a way to see what dasha use for this specific chart, and there is also a way to see what dasha is best used for the astrologer. And then we have please explain the Bhrigu Bindu in the chart. I'm not using it at all, and I have some knowledge about it, so I will just skip this for now. If there is Saturn Ketu Yoga in Rashi chart, but both grahas are exalted in the 9, what does it mean? Yeah, Saturn Ketu Yoga is not the best one. It can cause some dominations in the chart depending when this is placed. In the Navamsha, exaltation is always good because it shows that there is a high Vishnu, we could say, energy. And there is high Dharma because Navamsha is coming from the 9th house. So this exaltation, Vargotam, things like that will always show that even if there are problems, there will be some solution, there will be some way out of the things, especially if we use the remedy. So we can also use the remedy based on the Navamsha. So if the Saturn is exalted, then we can use the Vishnu avatar like Akuparaya mantra and things like that. So we need to check the things in the Navamsha because that will often shows the extent, way out, and what remedy we can apply for that. So that is also depending when the Saturn Ketu is placed in the Rashi, how it's placed in the house, how it's placed from Aruda, from the Karakas, and things like that. So don't get scared, but also don't get negligent about these yoga. We need to make some more investigation how this can channelize in our life. Then we have from Inspiration, Synchrator, Venus, Saturn gives adultery in a marriage. No, it's not working that way. You need to have a specific yoga for this in the Rashi Upapada and from the Navamsha. Then only you can say that there will be problems in that regard. So any conjunction with Venus cannot guarantee any adultery, any things like that. So I know this is very popular on the YouTube, but it's not working that way. Venus and Saturn is very good yoga for entrepreneurship, for social media, things like that. I've also dedicated one video for this specific yoga, so I'm referring you for this. We have also the NMQ86, what does exalted Mars, Venus in 6th house Capricorn in Navamsha mean? Interesting. Mars and Venus can go both ways. It can go either into many relationship, Bahu, Stri, Bahu means many. And in 6th house, this can go into the celibacy things, especially here If Mars is exalted, right, and Venus is Marana Karakastana, then this can go more in the direction of celibacy. So there are many psychological, many circumstantial patterns. So I would see what these planets are exactly doing in the chart. What is the reason? Is it some psychological blockage? Is it some, we could call it trauma thing? Is it maybe induced by the distance or things like that? So I would say that this can go in that direction. Sixth house is also a health problem, so maybe it is causing some sexual problems for the partner, and therefore this is blocked. Let us do the last one, taking into considerations our today's conditions. Rahu-Mars conjunction in the seventh house. So Rahu-Mars is the Kuja Stambhana Yoga. It means that the fire is quenched. You cannot go farther. The Rahu is taking that air from the Mars, and therefore it cannot burn, it cannot move, it cannot progress. And there could be some Saturnian problems in that regard. So in the seventh house, it's not the best, because the seventh house is all about our attitude. So if that is blocking the marriage, we don't know yet. Unless we see the Venus, the position from Venus, we don't know if it's blocking the marriage. But and also it can block the marriage before. So blocking to get married, or it can block the progression. You are married, but the marriage doesn't progress farther. It also can be like that, depending where the Venus is. And if that is so, then we can say, based on that seventh house position, that this is all about the attitude. So seventh house is the attitude. It's our decisions also. So if the seventh house is empty, see the Rasi Drishti on the seventh house, this will tell you the attitude. And if there will be some problems in the marriage and they are related to the seventh house, then you can say that this is the attitude problems. But if it's in the seventh in the Rashi, it will not say that, oh, the marriage is bad, or the spouse will be like Rahu Mars, things like that. This will be oversimplification, because the spouse is the seventh house in the Navamsha. Okay, guys, we will continue, because we have a lot of questions. I was surprised. I thought that, oh, this questions and answers thing is, we already, we could say, used that framework or that way of doing the YouTube videos, but I see that this is still, there is some fire you all still want to know through this medium. So we will continue that. And thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching and being here with me on this channel. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, join our Discord community. If you'd like to have consultations with me, the Rashi Navamsha and the Dashansa, the remedy, the timing, 60 or 90 minutes on the Zoom, then hit me up and we can schedule a consultation for you. And if you'd like to watch more, then please consider watching this one.